Hello, good afternoon. My name is Raphael, and we'll be talking about plants bacteriology. It means bacteria and plants. Right now, I've said it in the previous ones that there is a different relationship between organisms and organisms, and under this list, from the health perspective of the plant, we look at bacteria. Now, there are different bacteria and bacterial relationship with plants. There's the beneficial, there's the harmful ones, and then most of the times we should focus more on the harmful ones to protect ourselves from the harmful ones, and also focus plenty on the beneficial ones to also empower ourselves. Don't forget, why you are focusing on actually removing harm from yourself is also you should focus on improving yourself, because number one, harm to yourself is not improving to yourself. You get what I'm saying now? So focusing on bacterial, you should look at the bacterial that affects plants and all those stuff. There are many different types of bacteria. Now, how does bacteria affect plants? Generally, because of their waste product, their byproduct, once they get entry into the plant, which is the wrong position, they try their best to continue their life. So during the fight of their survival, they start to secrete some enzymes. For instance, now don't forget, Bacillus thuringiensis, Bacillus species secrete some kind of enzymes that even in human beings is bad, like things like atraces, like cereals. You know, so they will secrete this byproduct. This byproduct have two purposes. One is to protect them from immediate threat in the environment, and the other is actually to do what, as a byproduct of their feeding and all those stuff. So, and another one might be to make the environment to degrade some nutrients in the environment in a way that will make them easily absorb this nutrient. So why they now get into the plants, they are going to cause problem for. As they enter the plant actually has some nutrient or whatever. No, and in the process they start producing these chemicals, these things that start to attack the plant cells and start to cause problem for the plant cells. So some may degrade the plant cells, causing disease that you might observe in form of maybe plant is getting yellowish in color, maybe it's doing this, maybe it's doing that. So we start to see plant effect on it, and then it goes on like that. And majorly, what most people do is once they see that plant that's affected, what they do is they just cut it out of the bush, which may be treated, for instance, because the cells of the plant are not totally dead, but you know what, the virus or the bacteria that's affecting the cells can still be managed, destroyed with some other various methods that may be different from uprooting and burning. You get what I'm saying now? So you should study bacteriology. If you study bacteriology of plants, you're going to know all those bacteria, different kinds of bacteria that may have a positive or negative effect. For instance, now there is Pseudomonas syringe. It has a negative effect on plants, and there's Xanthomonas campestris. This one too has negative effects on plants. You see, these are bacteria that have negative effects on plants. There are also bacteria that have positive effects on plants. And I'm trying to make this as functional as possible and as short as possible, so that you can actually use a little amount of resources like internet access, data, and those stuff to get maximum knowledge, applied knowledge that can generate for you the best knowledge you would ever need and the best understanding you would need to become a true qualified microbiologist. So that is that about bacteria and plants. So there are different bacteria that has positive and negative effects on the plants. Now, plant bacteriology focuses on actually studying plants from the bacteria from plant perspective. That okay, what are the effects of this bacteria on plants? This and that, and many times you should be intentional with it, because bacteria are everywhere. So you can take Pseudomonas species and use it to infect the plant to see what it causes. When you understand what it causes, then you will know that okay, it's this kind of bacteria that causes. You should not wait for disease to meet the plant if you want to save the plant on the long run. You understand what I'm saying? So you should have a kind of experimental plant, you get, which you already know the chemicals that you use to cure this organisms in the first place, the bacteria in the first place, and you know those chemicals already. I know plants are generally resistant to any chemical that is actually against that works on the human being, because of their cellular difference, cell wall difference. You get what I'm saying now? So in that case, you can use this to cure plants by making them absorb it, like putting it inside the wall, in the ground, or pouring it on the ground, just like you do with herbicide, but this time around it's antibiotics to cure the bacteria, since you already know the bacteria, the bacteria you're going to use to test it. So with that, you start understanding how to fight against different bacteria in cases of which it happens in real life. You understand what I'm saying? So that's not about that. As a microbiologist, you are a researcher and you are a lifesaver at the same time. So just keep on the good works as a microbiologist, and that's all about bacteria and plant at the introduction level. As time goes on, you'll be asked to carry researches. That's not in this course though, and it's not currently on this site. You understand? Right then, we are planning to move to a better way. Once we get to that better way, we'll give you resources and we'll give you where to carry out your researches, to see and document whatever you have documented is your own. So as a student, you are supposed to graduate with a lot of discoveries, personal discoveries. These are discoveries that, okay, during your studentship, you made a lot of discoveries. We made you a qualified, microbiologist. That's all. Thank you very much.